Hello and welcome to Hobby Vlog number 239. Now I'm actually recording this intro on the Saturday evening before the Sunday because I've got a very constrained next week, and I do want to get the miniature that was voted for this week painted before I leave for the UK next week. Yeah, that miniature that was voted for, I can tell you now, is Vanya, the fire giant, a huge, which is going to be fun to paint in 2 days. So I'm going to get stuck into that. I'm going to steal a day. I'm going to get stuck into starting that tonight, hopefully that will be finished by Tuesday, and then I'll be able to upload a very short vlog with the stuff to vote for next Sunday. But you will not know which one has won from today's list, which is on screen now, until you see the vlog the week after, just because that's how it's going to work. I've been racking my brains how to do this, and I'm not going to be editing my video while I'm traveling. I'm not going to take any of my equipment with me, so it's just going to have to be like that. So this week as well, I have done the draw for June. We had lots of people enter, really cool. Thank you ever so much to everyone that voted. And what you can win is, if you vote, is you choose one of the miniatures that I painted in the month that you won. So there are 5 miniatures to pick from, and the person who won was Crit. It's a Critical. He's one of the OG. I've known him for many years. I'm actually going to meet up with him at a convention in America later on in the year. Really excited and looking forward to seeing those guys. But yeah, I've already messaged you, Crit, so you already know. So let me know what your address is and which miniature you pick, and I'll send you that miniature. And congratulations, and you've got to be in it to win it. As it happened, Crit only voted once this month. However, on that spinning wheel, he was the one that won. So let's quickly talk about last week. Last week I painted up 4 miniatures. It was the Caveman Pack, picture on the screen now. A lot of fun, I had a great time painting those. So thank you to everyone that voted. And yeah, vote again on this week's, and then you'll be in with a chance of winning July's. So I will stop rambling now. Let's get on to the vlog. It's been a fun week. Spent most of my time hobbying with Rosie and doing a few other bits and pieces. Spent a lot of time this week painting. I hope you enjoy the video. I'll see you again at the end. We are painting up this week the Caveman Pack. So let's have a quick look at what they look like, and then, as always, what I'll do is I'll get them washed in nice soapy water, based and primed, show you what they look like, and then I'll get them painted up. So here we have a dude with a spear, and here we have a dude with a rock attached to the end of a bit of wood, and here we have a woman who seems to be a shaman, and here we have another spear dude. Right, so let's get those cleaned up and based and primed, and then I will show you what they look like. Right, so we're back on Aslan's footprint, and Rosie has had some kind of face pack put on her. This looks awesome, I think. I don't know what that's all about.
Mummy has it.
Mummy has the same. I don't know what that's all about, but anyway, we'll find out. So the next thing to do on this, we've got 2 things we're going to do now. I'm really busy. The first thing is going to not involve videoing, but I'm going to get my little Hoover, and we're going to just vacuum up to get some of the free up some of the flowers, because they've been covered over a little bit with the static grass. So we're going to get that done. Once that's done, we'll come back and we're going to start sealing this with watered down PVA and with the alcohol mix as well. So yeah, that's our step we're on now. So Rosie has said that she does want to be involved in doing this, and she doesn't mind the smell of the alcohol, but we'll see how long I let her stay in the room for, because it isn't very good for her. This is the alcohol. So what we're going to do is we're going to drip this on all over like this. Ooh. Actually, the first thing we're going to do is quickly get ourselves something for it to sit on, like this. Let's slide that under. Got one of the baking tray, one of the cooling trays even. So we slide that under just to make it a little bit easier for us to move. So this is basically very strong alcohol, at 99% alcohol, and what it does is it breaks up the surface tension. No, you can't smell it, Rosie. It's bad for you.
I just want to smell it one more time.
Rosie is addicted to the smell of alcohol, so definitely her mother's daughter. Right, stop that. Right, so do you want to do this? Can you see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
What we're looking to do is cover all of the static grass.
How you screwed it out.
Right, so what you do is you press that in, you lift it up. Whoa, watch. Don't take over until I've told you. So you press that in, you put it in, and you release, and it pulls in, do you see? And then you press it very gently very gently. Can you see that it's very gentle and it will drip it out?
I'm just going to watch.
Are you just going to watch? Okay. Well, if you want to take over at any point, then you can. But what we do is we're going to put this over the whole of the piece. So we won't film all of it because it's very much the same as what I'm doing now. But we'll just do a little bit of a section of it here.
Are we going to do it over the flowers?
Over the flowers and over everything, yes.
The footstep?
Over the footstep and everything, yeah. Right, so that's that. So that's alcohol. And then what we do, ooh, this has been glued shut, there we are. We then do the same technique with this. We get glue into our dropper and then we drop it on. And this is slightly more annoying to do.
Yeah.
But by the end of this process, hopefully, everything will be stuck down and it won't fall off, which is what we're aiming for, yeah?
Yeah.
It
smells good.
It doesn't smell good, it smells horrible.
It smells fine.
Right, so we're going to get the rest of this done and then leave it in the sun to dry, which shouldn't take too long because it's really, really warm at the moment, isn't it, love?
Yeah.
It's lovely weather.
I really wish it wasn't that so strong.
Yeah. Yeah, let's get this done. I'll turn the camera back on when it's all finished, yeah?
Yeah.
This is very boring. Alright, so that's done and dusted. What we'll do now is let that dry and then it'll be on to the next step, which is going to be doing some bulrushes down the side of the stream and then pour in the resin, which is going to be fun. And then we're done. But yeah, Rosie helped a little bit. I'm a little aware of how smelly it is and potentially that 100% alcohol, probably not the best thing in the world for her to be smelling, though of course she loves the smell of it. But yeah, she's headed off somewhere else to do something else now for a little bit and left me to finish most of it. But she did help quite a bit, which is nice. I always love it when she helps. So yeah, we'll let that dry and bring you back for the next step when we get to it. Alright, so I printed out my picture, which is me excuse me, getting buried on the beach. So I'm going to get that stuck down. Now I'm going to use PVA glue to stick that down and then weight it very carefully. So let's move the camera slightly because there we are. So we're going to put some, oops, gonna spray PVA glue everywhere because I'm an idiot. So just spread that around. Definitely not too much. Not you know, it's definitely enough. Maybe even a little bit too much. And this is the problem with PVA glue, is it immediately starts to curl and flatten the paper. However, that's all right because we can weight it down, and I've got my weights ready to go. So once again, sorry, struggling here to do the camera work and do the actual hobbying at the same time. Might need a little bit of glue there. Right, so now let's just put the weights on it, leave that for a few hours, and then that should be glued and dried, and then I can come back and I can stick the shells and the stones in. Awesome. Well, here we are, we have our little tribe of cavemen and one woman, primed, stuck down to a base and ready for painting. So I'll get those downstairs, get them painted up as quick as I can, and film that obviously for tomorrow, for a release on Monday. Yeah, looking forward to painting these. Really hope that they turn out nice. It's nice to paint a batch of miniatures actually, not just one, because well, it gets my count up for the year better, but also I get to have a little bit of fun playing with different colours and styles, but within the same group of miniatures, and so that's really good fun for me. So thank you ever so much for voting, and if you're not voted yet for this week's, get it done. This stuck down nicely, and what I'm now going to do is start to stick all the bits and pieces on. So I'm going to use a combination of my grabby glue and super glue, so I don't want it to fall off. So I won't film all of this, but we've got this little baby cuttlefish that we can stick in. Just going to bit of bead. Really pleased with this. I saw this on the bottom of the sea and dived down to get it, which is pretty cool. So yeah, so I'm going to go along and stick all these things down, and then this can go back on Rosie's wall and it'll be ready for her when she comes home from school. So I'll get that done. I'll show her what it looks like when it's glued. That will basically look like that. And yeah, and then we're going to have to plan our next trip, so we can put a picture down on the bottom left. That was out of shot then, but yes, bottom left over there. Next one. Right, onwards. Right, so the next step is going to be some rushes, and we've put one in already because I was just showing Rosie how we do this.
I want to hold it.
Okay, we'll hold it in shot. And hold it over here. So we've got an old paintbrush. That's in shot, yeah. We've got a whole paintbrush. We pull a little bit of that out. Another bristles to one side. Oh, sorry, it's a bit tough. There we are. You hold it now. Then get some really strong scissors. These are great scissors. Snip that off. Make sure to keep it together. Get a dab of super glue. Press it into the super glue. Wait for a little bit. I know, these are old paintbrushes that are no longer useful, and this is a way that they're not wasted. There we are, you see, we've got another bulrush, another rush put in. And when we get the resin in and we pour a little bit of resin in here and along here, it will also help to secure the rushes. So when I cut it, you can hold it. I need to give it a good pull. And you're not strong enough, unfortunately, to hold against how hard I have to pull. So we're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep cutting it. If you hold it, we're going to keep cutting out bits off this old. And we're just going to put a few rushes, not many, just a few, just to make it obvious where the stream is. That's one we'll use if we want to. They've got slightly different colours, you see. One of the good things to do when you're looking at rushes is to look at what kind of paints and stuff you've used the paintbrush for. And so this one has been used for some wood, to apply wood stain, and so it's got a slightly darker colour. Can you see if we compare it to that one, which is lighter? Yeah? Do you see that?
Yeah, and I want to do that.
Do you want to do some of the dark one? Okay, so we'll do that.
So it makes it different colours.
Exactly, give it a bit of variety is a good idea. Right, so do you want to hold the handle? Thank you. Snip that off.
Oh.
Get some scissors, get some glue, and stick it down. So once we've done a little bit of this, I'll do a couple more and then that'll be enough. We're gonna, don't knock them, they're not solid yet. We will put resin on, and that will then make it all solid and make it all secure. I mean, then they don't fall over. So we'll get the rest of that done and bring it back when we get to the resin. Well, this isn't technically for me, but I'm showing it anyway. This arrived yesterday, and it is part of Rosie's Christmas present. So she loves Star Wars, and I saw this and I thought that she'd probably have a lot of fun with it. She's already got a Millennium Falcon. I bought that before she was born, as it happens, and that's been in her, turn the lights on, that's better, that's been in her room. She loves looking at it, and I figured that this would be pretty cool. She have got a few bits and pieces that she likes playing with. Another thing that arrived, got a Jabba the Hutt, which is pretty cool. That comes with the hooker as well. And then, yeah, let's get that out. So I probably won't wait until Christmas to give her this one. So that's pretty cool. Probably won't wait till Christmas to give her that one, but certainly this is going to be put away, wrapped up, and will be unwrapped on Christmas Day for her to play with. So yeah, pretty happy. I've got a load more stuff coming, Star Warsy type stuff coming. Some of it will be given to her immediately, and some of it will be wrapped up for Christmas. But yeah, hopefully she enjoys this. This certainly was one of the toys that I always wished I could have had when I was a child. So it's cool that I'm able to get it for her, and hopefully she'll have fun playing with it. It did come with extra stickers, which are here, and the kind of like light, the laser light things as well. So that's pretty good. But I'll just wrap that up now and hide that away so that she doesn't see it, and get ready for Christmas. So yeah, pretty happy about that. Right, so we are ready now to do the resin in the footprint. So this is going to be, so this is going to be Rosie's first experience of this. So I was going to mix up some resin, but the problem we've got is the resin I've got is in a huge pack and it'd be quite messy. So don't touch this once it's in. So I'm just going to make use of Green Stuff World ultraviolet UV resin, and what I'll do is I'll take it outside and set it in the sun. So Rosie, what we need to do, I'll show you first and then you can do another one, is you very, very, very carefully pour it in. Very gently. Do you see that?
Yeah.
And it's going to fill up that gap. So do you want to do that? Do you want to pour some?
Yeah.
Very, very gently. Don't pour it too fast. That's it. And we'll just pour it in. Don't tip it up faster. Let it come out very, very gently. There we are.
Water is.
There we are. Stop that. That's it.
The water is clear.
Yeah, it's clear. Yeah. So we don't want to overfill it. We might have overfilled that one slightly. Hopefully not. Just going to drip those in. And what we'll do...
Are we going to put it down the stream as well?
Yeah, but I'm going to have to think about that because it runs off the edge and it's going to cause a right mess and it won't stay in here. So I'm going to have to think about how that's going to work. There we are.
I know how it's going to work.
How's it going to work, love?
Well, we can put a hand here.
Oh, yeah, or maybe we can pour it when it's outside in the sun and so it will go off really quickly. But anyway, there we are. So that's the beginning of the pour. What we'll do is we're going to carry this downstairs. Right, so that's a bit annoying because we were just chattering away, me and Rosie, and we got this pour done, and I just noticed that the microphone receiver, the button's a bit dodgy now and it didn't turn on right. So anyway, so what you just saw was us pouring in the resin. We're just discussing how we're going to do the stream coming down the side. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this downstairs and outside, sit it in the sun because this goes off in the sun, it's UV resin, and then once that's dry, which will take a couple of minutes, we can then potentially lift this up to make that flat and make it so that it won't pour off the edge and make a right mess. So I'm a bit annoyed that we didn't pick up all of our nice back. I haven't checked actually yet how much audio got through my previous clip, but I'm a bit worried that not very much did. And what I've realised happened was that I'd accidentally left the receiver turned on at some point and flattened the battery, and so it was just out of battery, and that's why I was having trouble with it. However, yesterday we got the UV resin, which went off immediately in the sun outside, much too quickly in a sense, but it worked. There's some bubbles in it, but it looks fine, and yeah, Rosie enjoyed it a lot, so that's worked really, really nicely. So what we're going to do this evening when she gets back from school is I'm going to get some of my going to do the ripples basically. Now we do that with a Liquitex, where is it? Here it is, the Liquitex gloss gel. So we're going to use that and we'll put that on and make ripples and just make it look a bit nicer, and then when that's dried we'll dry brush it and then we're going to be finished. So we're getting close to being done, but I thought I'd just, well, we didn't record a clip last night because there was no battery on the microphone, yeah, I just thought I'd fill in where we're up to. So yeah, pretty good, nearly done, which is good because we've only got another couple of days before we need to finish and take pictures and enter it into the TCU challenge. Look at that lovely pack of cavemen. That was fun to paint. So they're done, and what I need to do now is the basing. I'll make use of the Luke's basing material as per usual, paint the rims, and then I'll show what they look like when that's done. But they were a lot of fun, really, really cool miniatures to paint. So thank you ever so much to everyone that voted for them, and don't forget to vote this week. Get your vote in early. The first 12 are finished, and I think there's another 10 or 12 or something down on the painting bench that just needs a few washes. I just got too tired last night to finish them off. And then stacked up over there are a load more primed, ready to be painted. So this project is moving along nicely. Those are the ones that I've painted up for the video, so for the an average painter video, so that will be appearing at some point soon. What I need to do yet is do the basing, paint the rims, and then they'll be absolutely complete. But yeah, pretty happy with that. They're a lot of fun to paint. They're very, very old miniatures with very bad, kind of like mould lines, and there's lots of problems with them, but I still really like how they look and how they turn out, so I'm pretty happy to have got them done, and I'm really excited to get all the rest of them painted. But I won't get everyone painted now because yeah, just no chance, too busy on other things. But at least I managed to get the ones for the video painted, and also a whole bunch more alongside that that are very close as well. And then when I come back from my trip, which I'm going away next week, I will get stuck in with the rest of them, with that big pile over there, and try and get those done in a week if I can. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to work on the ripples. So Rosie's not done this before, obviously, so I'm going to show her how it does it. So we've got the Liquitex gloss gel, and let me show you what you do, and then you can do it. So you take this, and you get some gel, and then you put it on, and what you're trying to do is you're trying to make it look, let me come around here, you're trying to make it look like moving water. So can you see how that is going to look like moving water when it's dried?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so what we're doing is we're putting some gloss gel on, and we're doing that. So do you want to get some?
Yeah. Of course I do.
Get some, and then start on here, and just, that's it, start on here and just start putting it down and then moving it around so it looks like it's moving water. And we will work on this. Yes, it does. That's it. Right, if you need a hand, let me know if you're struggling to get in. That's it. Like peaks and troughs, and then down here as well. Yeah, let me just have a look with that. So watch this, watch this. You come in flat, and you kind of dab it down. Yeah? And that way you get these little peaks and troughs.
Like you did there.
Like I did there, and that's what we're trying to get. So let's move up to there now, because that's done. So you can get some more, absolutely. So let's move up to the actual paw print now. And you start dubbing those on. And that's it. This will now dry overnight, and then tomorrow it'll be clear. And what you'll do is we'll come along with some white paint, and we'll dry brush it. That's it. We'll dry brush it, and then it'll look like running water. Okay?
Okay.
Right, so hold it flat, watch. So you've got lots on there. So you press it down flat, you see? And turn it around, and flat, 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 and then you get lots off, and now you can move that around. You don't need to keep going back. No, don't spread it, watch, watch. Push it, do you see?
Yeah.
Do you see?
Yeah.
Yeah?
That
You
looks
push it.
like moving water.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think we're done. Actually, I think we've done enough.
So somebody is walking across here, and then they have to go across the river.
They have to jump it, don't they? Yes.
Oh.
Right, so we're going to let that dry. That's very good. Well done, Rosie. We'll let that dry, and when we come back to that tomorrow, we'll put little bits of white paint on it so that you'll pick out the tops of those, because that will dry clear, you see. And then all we need to do is that, and then cut out, and then we're done. Are you excited? You've done really well. You enjoyed this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, well done, good girl. Right, we're really getting close to the end of this now. And I've had a word with Rosie, and she's happy for me to do this next bit on my own, because, well, yeah, it's not something that she really has much to do with anyway, and that is cutting this out from its base, because the only other thing left other than this is going to be dry brushing our ripples, which have worked really well, and we're going to do that this evening. So I'm going to cut this out now. Not going to film it all, it literally is just like that. Just trace around the edge of it with a sharp knife. And then later on this evening, well, when Rosie gets back from school, last day of the summer term for her, woo, for our summer holidays, yeah, when Rosie gets back, then we will do some dry brushing and get it completed together. And then I'll need to take pictures of both of these entries and submit them to the TCU challenge. Right then, Cavemen are done and dusted. That was really fun. They were really good fun to paint. Had a lot of fun, particularly with the shaman, with her bag and her big kind of sticky thing. It was good fun to paint. But yeah, just in general, they were a lot of fun to paint. I'll I'll put them on the shelf now, and we'll see what we're going to paint next week. Next week's going to be fun. I literally have 2 days to complete whatever I paint, because then I fly to the UK and I want to get it done before I go. So that's going to be a real rush job. We'll see whether we can finish it. But this week has been a lot of fun painting. I haven't just completed these, as you'll see in a minute. I've completed some other ones as well. But that is my Reaper challenge for the week done. And here we have 12 of the Corsairs completed, based and rims painted. And if I do a cunning pan and zoom over here, you can see that here are 12 more that are all based, and they just need to have their rim painted. So I'll probably finish that this evening, and that will mean that I would have done 24 Corsairs this week, which is awesome, absolutely awesome. And then I can get, when I get back from the UK, I can crack on with the big pile I've got over here that are just primed and get them all painted up, and that'll be such a cool thing. And then what I'll probably do is pick another bunch of troops that are in Middle Earth SBG that I haven't painted. I've got loads of, and just try and crack through those. I'm going to try and get a large proportion of my mountain opportunity knocked down over the rest of the year. That's going to be an aim of mine. But yeah, these ones have turned out really nicely. I really like how they look. I'm really, really pleased. So the video for this will be coming out on Monday on an average painter. If you want to see how I did it, you can check that out. But otherwise, yeah, they're going to go on the shelf and join all the other ones of these I painted over the years, and hopefully very soon be joined by every single other unpainted miniature of a Corsair that I have, which does include the crossbow ones, the arbalests, but yeah, I've not even assembled those, so they're kind of like held back a little bit. What we have here doesn't look all that impressive, does it, and exciting, but I can tell you what, I'm excited. So let's get into it and I'll show you what it is. Not badly packed, to be honest. If I can work out how to get into it. Ah, there we are. I'll put it in upside down. It wasn't just in this box when it was delivered, it was inside a box, and this box was containing it. So what we have here is a big project for me and Rosie. So let me get these out of the way and I'll show you what it is. There we are. It is 2 of the Star Trek original series USS Enterprise. Very, very cool. So I'm going to build one. I'm going to help Rosie build one. I'm going to paint one. I'm going to help Rosie paint one. And we'll both end up with a USS Enterprise that we've each made. And that is going to be the project for when I get back from my trip and over the summer for her summer holidays. She absolutely loves Star Trek. We watch 1 episode a week on a Sunday, and it's something both of us look forward to. And so yeah, when I saw this, 40 quid each, I thought, you know what, we'll give that a go. So that will be coming to the channel as well, obviously. How much of what Rosie does I film, I don't know. I'll probably do updates rather than have her on camera the whole time, because it's not going to be the easiest thing for her to do. But I will try to do updates, and I will try to record a little bit of me making it as well if I possibly can. But I'm pretty happy that arrived very quickly, and I'm very, very excited to get started. Right, so we're coming to the last bit, which is dry brushing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show Rosie how it's going to work, and then I'm going to let her do it. So this first thing is going to be me doing it. So what we get some white paint, yeah?
Can I show my hand in?
Yeah, you can. We get some white paint, and then we come along and we very, very lightly brush it over. Yeah, like this, you see? Yeah, so what we're looking to do is pick out all those little ripples that we put in yesterday. So do you want to take over?
Yeah, please.
Go on then, so you can do all around here and all down there. You go for it. You've got enough paint, don't need any more paint. That's it. So let me show you again, because you obviously weren't watching totally well then. Watch. Yeah? So do it in one direction, like this.
I can't really see it.
No, you can't, but trust me, when it dries, you really will be able to see it, because you don't want it to look like that. I did too much there, but it's okay. So just brush. Like this. Can you see now?
Yeah.
Yeah? And then down the stream. That's it. And that is the last step. Don't need more paint, You've got plenty of paint. Let's move this over. No, yeah. Better?
Okay.
Right, you don't need more paint. You've got plenty of paint. Look at all the paint you've got. You don't need more paint.
I can't see any paint.
Look, watch. See? You see? Plenty of paint. And then, when you're done, okay, well, I'll get the paint out because...
No, I won't.
because you'll get too much.
No, I won't.
And then I take most of it off. Most of it off. And there you are.
I don't get too much.
Yeah, there we are. Right, so do that. And come down the stream. And then we're done. We'll take some pictures and we'll enter it. A little bit more here. You don't need more paint. You've got plenty of paint on that. It's dry brushing, remember. Look at how well that's working now that it's dry brushing. It's only pulling out the high bits. That's what you want. You don't want it to be painting it white. Okay, I think that's done.
No, it's not.
I think you're done, Roo. That's way too much paint.
Take most of it off.
Okay. See that's actually didn't have any ripples, so we don't want anything there. So let's just come down right down to here where there are ripples. A little bit there, a little bit more here. That's it, that's it. And do you see how that's worked? So now it looks like it's a rushing little stream, doesn't it? Do you like it?
Yeah.
Right, so we are done. What do you say?
Bye.
And I've got my second batch of 12 of the Corsairs finished. And again, they're looking absolutely brilliant. Really, really pleased with them. So that's 24 of these I've finished this week, plus 4 for my Reaper challenge. So that's 28 miniatures in a week. That's getting back up to the productivity that I was hoping for this year. So yeah, I feel like I'm getting back into it slowly but surely. Absolutely love these models. They're really old and they're terrible sculpts, but I love them. I really do. They were some of my first loves in Middle Earth. And so it's awesome. That's why I've got so many of them. It's awesome to be getting them painted. So I'm going to try and get through all the rest of them when I come back from my break next week, and try and get every one of them painted up. But yeah, here are another 12. Fantastic. Well, there we are. Congratulations again to Crit for winning the model, and do get in touch and let me know which one you want me to order for you. And if you've not yet voted this week, what are you waiting for? You've got to be in it to win it. The list is on screen now, and I forgot to say in the intro, but I do always put a list in the description with a link to every miniature on the Reaper website so you can see what it looks like, and that will obviously help you to make your decision. So as I've said, voting this week, you will not know which one wins until in 2 weeks' time, and next Sunday there'll be a very short vlog uploaded, which will basically be me trying to get this one painted, the one from this week, which is the Fire Giant. A few other bits and pieces of hobby, but it'll be a very short vlog, and mainly it'll be about offering you another chance to enter, because I don't want to miss a week, really, just because I'm travelling. Anyway, thank you ever so much to everyone that's watched, really appreciate it, and I'll wrap this up by saying, as I always do, and I really mean it, if any of you out there are impacted directly or indirectly by the horrific wars in Ukraine or Israel, then my thoughts do go out to you and anyone you know who might be in that situation. And to everyone, please do stay healthy, stay safe, and stay well.